Hello. Yo. What's going on? We looking okay? Things are probably a little weird. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm quiet. Okay. Well, let's see. Does that make it less quiet? Am I louder now? A little bit louder now? Oh, okay. Well, I was afraid that might happen. Okay. All right. We're going to see if this works. Okay. Okay. We're a little dark. There we are. There's a little light. Hey, can you hear me better now? Or do I need to go there? Is this better? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I'm not trying to be like super loud at the moment, so we're kind of getting what I want. Oh, well, that's no bueno. We don't like that. Okay, well, um, I don't know how to make that louder other than maybe doing this. I don't know if that helps or not. Or not. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of having to do. Because now you can hear me think. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do two cameras at once. And that is proving to be a pain. No, I have several pillows. I'm a psycho, but I'm not that big of a psycho. Okay. So, what I'm trying to figure out how to do is use this other, both of these cameras that I have at the same time. And I don't quite know what to do for that. There we are. Oh, it was on for a second and then it kicked off. Yes and no at the same time. So, as far as it goes, I was using a phone. And so but it died. So, because of the demand on the phone, you can't have it charging at the same time. So I need to figure something out for that if I'm going to do that. But yeah. Let's do this. Oh, I don't really care. Don't really care about that. So what I'm Yeah, so it's only letting me do that thing there. So let me try to go to something else. You should have seen me trying to figure out how to get my monitor to work with my computer, and then found out that my computer can only accept a monitor via HDMI. That was my favorite thing. So, yeah. Made me real happy real quick. Okay, we're trying that one. Okay, well, looks like if I'm going to do what I want to do, just a moment. See, that's what I have. I think it's because I started streaming without the other one in there. I don't know that I can add it when I'm in the middle of a stream. So that's my only thing that I haven't tried yet, but let's see. That's not gonna do it. Well, the way this is gonna go, ooh, whoa, whoa, man, that got a little crazy, a little fast, a little crazy, a little fast for me. I'm gonna try to center this bad boy a little bit and just kind of call it a day. At the moment, what I'm doing is working sort of. If I want to be on camera, I just have to come in here and change the camera to the other one. There we go. That'll work for now. I will figure out the rest later. Not too terribly worried about it. But for tonight, because my plans got ruined, I'm going to mess with my Strat here, because when I played it at the open mic, it didn't feel right. I don't know the best way to describe that. Can I make the picture bigger? Yeah, I can. I mean, I can just scale it to the window and do that. So, yeah, I can just do that, and that'll do it too. I'm trying, I was trying to make sure certain things. Hey, Zoe, what's going on? As far as it goes tonight, we're trying to use OBS, but things are not what I want them to be. So I'm gonna make it happen, and we're gonna kind of keep doing our thing here. But basically, I'm gonna be doing some guitar maintenance. I have this guy here on the deck. When I played it at the open mic, I just didn't like how it played. It felt off. I don't know a better way to describe that. So I think there's some setup issues going on here. I think maybe a new set of strings is in order. So I'm going to go ahead and do some new strings here today, and hopefully we're not too out of what's going on. I can only move my camera so much. I can't really zoom in and out on it or anything. So I don't know what you know about guitar maintenance or anything like that. I know Austin certainly doesn't really know how to do guitar maintenance, because he has me do everything there for him. But I like these strings. I found them. They're very, very cheap. So you see, he doesn't like to do guitar maintenance. But so I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of things, show you guys a few things that I like to do when it comes to guitar maintenance. Because I deck my tremolo, I don't worry about removing all the strings at the same time. It can throw off certain things for intonation and stuff like that. If you have your stuff floating, it makes it a little more difficult for things like that. So I'm just kind of loosening the strings over here on the other side, if you can't see that. But yeah, so we're just getting things together here. Pause what? What are we pausing? Yeah, oh, that's a thing the kids say. Okay. I'm gonna get there, you know. It's just a matter of time. I just got my new setup going on over here, so kind of like it. Um, you know, we're getting things together. So there's a thing that I like to do when I cut strings. Um, I'm using this guy. I've used wire cutters for years, and these things are like dirt cheap, right? You can find these freaking anywhere for like $2-3. I'm telling you, I've never had anything cut strings so easy as this thing does. You just have to go one at a time with it. But there's just no resistance at all. So I'm a weirdo, and I always kind of take my strings, and when I'm done with what I'm doing for them and cutting them, I kind of bunch them up into a little bouquet down here. And I always wrap them. I don't like getting poked when I'm taking out trash and stuff like that. Well, it's a bass E string. Come on. We're talking guitars here, buddy, not basses. But yep, I always wind them into a little thing. Toss them out. Now, for strats, I like to leave a lot of extra string because you're going to have to kind of rigmarole the string out of there through the back. And if you don't leave yourself anything to kind of give you a little wiggle room, you're gonna be in a situation, and that's no fun. And that really goes for any through body guitar, in my opinion. And sometimes you gotta do a little bit of back and forth, and sometimes things get stuck. And if they do get stuck, take one of your cut string ends and just push it through the hole, and it'll loosen that up a little bit. Now this one wants to be difficult, so if it doesn't want to play ball, sometimes you gotta get in there a little bit. And in this case, it does not want to play. There we are. Boodaloop. Got it. So, for this part, this is probably Austin's favorite thing about guitar maintenance. But before we do that, my frets are looking a little bit dingy. You can't really see that, but they're not very shiny. And I like shiny frets. Shiny frets is good frets. Shiny frets are friends. So, I'm going to grab a couple of things here, and we'll get to the frets. right, so from here, first thing I'm going to do is find my steel wool. I don't know where that went. I can do that. I will do that, in fact. The thing is, it probably doesn't need the oil right now. Just truthfully. I oiled it. I typically only oil my fretboards once to twice a year. It's really all it needs. But I'm going to go through everything because I just want it to be seen. So let me get a couple other things. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to take this towel and I'm going to lay it over the pickups. And if you don't know this, when you use steel wool, sorry for the crinkles, when you use steel wool, these little tiny, there's a bunch of little tiny hairs and fibers that, oh, you've never oiled your fretboard? There's some products and there's a few things that you can probably use that you have at home. But you should oil them if they're like this. If it's a maple board, you don't need to. But if it's a rosewood or laurel or something that has a darker wood, you should oil it from time to time. So we're gonna do that because cover up the pickups because we don't want these little hairs and fibers to get on the actual pickups. You can ruin a pickup that way. So I just kind of lay that over it. And then I have these little nifty things. They kind of go over the frets, and you'll see me use them here in a second. And it just stops you from scratching your fretboard. You can tape it off. That's a whole lot of work for not a lot of reward, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't like going through all that. Now, I just rip off sections of steel wool. I don't like to use the whole thing just because it's a lot easier to pinch a little piece like that. And then, yes, you can also oil bridges on acoustics, and that's a good thing to do too. But once you have your little piece of steel wool, you can just run it back and forth over the fret. And I like to kind of take my time with this. And then you probably can't, well, you probably can see it being a little more glistening on the camera, but this camera's not the greatest at picking it up, so we'll try to see. And I apologize for the immense amount of rocking that is going on with the camera because of this, so. For 2026, we are going to get, just to keep the wood moisturized, that way it doesn't crack and break on you as easily. But for 2026, we've got some new things that are going to happen. I'm going to get some better cameras. So I'm tired of, I'm tired of these cameras. I don't like the way they look. I don't like that I can't focus on things up close. Like if I go like this, you can't It's fuzzy. You can't really see it. And it won't focus no matter how long I keep it there. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit there, Zoe. I'm going to be doing this for a minute, so I might be done by the time you get back. But yeah, so just polishing, polishing, polishing. What a great time, really. I know not everybody loves to do this as much as I do, so. So yeah, we're gonna just keep going here. I'll try to keep my eye on the chat as much as I can for right now. Bro, absolutely. I was gonna ask you if you'd be okay with that. I'm excited for when that happens. Daddy made you some content. Yeah, I think you can see some of the difference in the fretboard where I have polished. You can actually, if you look at it, you can actually see my fan in the frets. That is absurd. That's crazy. You can see my fan in the frets. Oh my gosh. Them some shiny boys. That's wild. There's a lot of different products out there for polishing up your frets too. I mean, you know, but it's kind of crazy how much stuff there is. I've tried the chemical ones. They're okay. I just like the steel wool the best. It just has a, yeah, it wears the frets down. But you know, oh man, I hate swamp ash, so it's always going to be alder for me. I think swamp ash looks like swamp ass. Never been a fan. Plus, alder's classic. You know, the first Jazz Masters were made of alder, so I would go with that. The thing that's funny in the whole tone wood debate of things is people like to sit there and be like, "Oh man, you know, alder's the this or swamp ash is the this." And it's like, at least when it comes to Fender, dude was just getting what he got because it was cheap. Like, he didn't care if it looked good or sounded good. He was just trying to make it as cheap as he could. Right. I mean, I think so. If you want to debate it, I think that fretboard makes a difference because to my brain, I hear a difference between maple and rosewood. As far as the fingerboard goes, I and same thing with ebony and Pawfaro, like ebony and Pawfaro, to me sound more like a maple board than a rosewood fretboard does. Um, they're just a little more. They've got a little more spank to them than a rosewood board goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the board does matter when it comes to it, but like the body would. I think the only thing I think body wood could really make a difference in a guitar, and this is just my ears, you know. Good old Paul Reed Smith will tell you different things, and dude's a mad genius. I mean, his guitars are amazing, whether you like them or not. They're well made, beautiful guitars. Um, you know, your mileage may vary with it, but you know, dude is a genius, and he swears that it matters. And I think it does, but I think it's a 1%, 2% kind of thing. You know, if you have a guitar made out of plywood, you know, the glue isn't gonna resonate the same as a regular wood body would. But I don't think that it's that much of a difference. But when you're somebody who's so good, and I'm gonna use, like, we may or may not love or hate the dude, but like I'm gonna use John Mayer as an example because the love him or hate him, dude is really good. Like, dude is absurdly good, and when you're somebody like him, yeah, I think maybe that matters because at that point you're looking for an instrument that's A, getting out of your way, and B, sounding as good as it possibly can for, you know, for what it is. And so, yeah, at that point, bodywood matters. But with you, and with what you're doing a clear finish, Swamp Ash looks way cooler, but Alder's the better material in my opinion. Well, the Balsa Wood Jazzmaster. So, we're about halfway through this board. I dropped my thing. This is done. So, yeah, they would be roasted, toasted, smothered, covered, and capped. Whatever it would be. Dude, next time we get together, I'm forcing you to go to Waffle House with me. I'm just letting you know that. I don't care about the results of that. We're going. Because I love Waffle House. Like, probably more than I should. But Waffle House is some good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think the roasted alder is going to be a cool thing. I hope that they toast it dark and don't leave it like lightly toasted, because alder is a very white wood on its own. Like, alder is essentially pine. But that's why people are like, oh, it's so good, it's alder. All alder is a variation of pine, and what is spruce? A variation of pine. We're getting there. You'll notice as I go up the fretboard, I start to care less and less about how much the frets are shining. But they're getting pretty shiny. Little shiny shine. Cornichon. Thumbs up if you know what a cornichon is. Oh, I should be doing this. There we go. Hey, we got 2 people in the chat right now, or 2 people watching right now. If you're out there and you're watching, say hello. Unless it's Zoe, then I know you're already there. I've had 4 views, bro. Guitar maintenance. I spelled maintenance wrong, didn't I? Oh, you know, are you down with the cornichon? I've got little tiny filings all over me. Cornichon. We're gonna write a breakdown for a song one day, and I'm just gonna go cornichon, and then we're gonna go into a crazy breakdown, and people are gonna be like, "What? What?" Oh man, yeah, these are starting to look real good, really good. Now it's when I get here that I will kind of do that, but I'm actually going to cover the fretboard up because where did I put my oh no where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so honestly, as I get up here, I start to get a little tired, and I don't want to put my oils back onto the fretboard, or back onto the frets, I should say. And so I cover it up so that I can rest my arm on it a little bit. I know it's not as exciting for you guys to see it, but I only have 2 more frets. And then we're on to your favorite part of guitar maintenance, my friend. And that is giving a little drink. Oh, a little drinky dink. I think I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna do this. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I should just tape this off, but I'm stubborn and I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm doing now is I am just gonna take this steel wool and just carefully run it across the nut a little bit. There's some scratches in it that I don't like, and I just want to try to polish them out a little bit. That did not do a whole lot, but better than nothing. Now I'm going to take this little sanding block and hit the nut with that too. Yeah, that's a little better. Just a tiny bit better. And then these. Hey now. Ooh, cinnamon rolls. We like them. Synonym rolls are great. These scouring pads are fantastic for polishing stuff up. They're low grit. Oh, things be falling. They're low grit, so they don't do a lot, but they do even things up a little bit, which is nice. It'll never make it shiny, but it will kind of smooth it out a little bit. All right, so Zoe, you got back just in time for me to start oiling this fretboard. But before I oil the fretboard, we're going to take some cleaner and prep, and I'm just going to, they tell you this, that you're supposed to apply it with a cloth. I ain't doing that. I like the way the chemicals taste, so we're just giving it a little spray up there. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean this really quickly. And what this is doing is just taking off some of the grunginess, the finger cheese as I call it. Yeah, I use the cleaner and prep spray before I oil the fretboard. Boop, cleaner and prep. Dunlop, not sponsored. Not a sponsor. My fret ends feel pretty good. They're a little tactile. So I am going to go ahead and just hit them a little bit. So StewMac fret file, fret end dresser, whatever you want to call it, is great. I love this tool, and I have used the crap out of it. If anybody ever wants a great idea for me for a gift, these are the thing. You can't see it, but there's a safe edge on it, so it's rounded on one side, and then it's not sharp, but flat on the other side. So when you go to do your fretwork, you can kind of rock, and it doesn't damage your fretboard, which is great. So I'm just gonna it doesn't need a lot right now, so I'm just kind of kissing them. I don't mind scraping up the edge of my fretboard a little bit because that makes it feel a little more worn in, and I like the way that feels. Now, I don't have a Dremel, or at least not one that I'm willing to run at 11 o'clock at night. So I don't really care that my fret ends are mirror shiny. That doesn't matter to me. So for me, once I do that, I just take my sanding block again and I just run it up the edge, clean up any kind of burrs that I created, and that shines it up enough for good old fashioned me. Hit it with the prep one more time. Went out of order there a little bit, so. Alright. So now, per the request of my boy, I'm going to take another before picture. There we go. And I'm going to try to let you see this as best I can, the color on the fretboard right now. So if you can see that color, that's about to change. So y'all can fight over it on the chat. I don't care. There is Dunlop Deep Conditioner, which chemical, I like that. And then there is the Ultimate Lemon Oil. Both of them are great. The lemon oil smells like lemons. I'll let you guys decide which one I use. Lemon is classic. Well, you know what? I've never done this. Let's use both. Let's see what looks better. Now, I am heavy-handed with the oil. That's why I only oil it so often. So most people will just take this little dauber and take it all the way up the fretboard, and that's all the oil they give it. I want to see it. I want to know that I've put the oil on it. So this is the cleaner, the chemical one, and you can already see how much darker it's gotten. Let's see if you can tell. Like, look at the difference there, right? And now we'll use the lemon. I'm going to use the lemon the rest of the way up, but I just wanted to see if there was a big difference. Oh, well, too late. Oh my, it smells like Fruit Loops. Like, for real, it smells like Fruit Loops. So, now I am going to go ahead and give this a minute to relax, soak up all this beautiful oil, and do its thing. So while that goes on, I am going to just kind of hang out. Yeah. How's your day? What you got going on? Neat. So now we're back. Yeah, I got multiple angles now, Zoe. What up? So I'm in the same space, but in a different place now. I have this little like crappy side table that I was using, and I hated it. It was terrible. It was just awful. So yeah, I decided this is the best way. You know what? Hold on a minute. Let me check something out here. Let's see how this works. Sorry, y'all. Trial and error over here. We're figuring things out. Haha. How about that? That's a lot of white balance issue. There we go. There, that looks way better, doesn't it? And then I'll go ahead and switch this camera for me. It's a me, Jessio. There we go. Look at that. We got angles. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm not too worried about that. Am I like super dark or are we okay? Yes, there are 5 pillows plus a 6th pillow that is hidden. Um, so, yeah, that's a thing. But yep. It's the one that goes in between the legs because I'm old and if I don't have it, my hips hurt. It's a tiny little pillow. Here, I'll show it to you. I'm not afraid. Boop a doop. So yep, that's that. Gotta fix my chair. We're sliding out over here. Yeah. Yes, so yeah, we got that going on. What else? We're just hanging out here, doing our thing. I'm very disappointed in UPS. I understand you can't control the weather, right? But like, why has my guitar been sitting in Pennsylvania since last Monday? I ordered it on Saturday. It got from Texas to Pennsylvania. No, Friday I ordered it. It got from Texas to Pennsylvania in 3 days. And now it can't get to me. So, like, what are we doing here, people? My beard is getting long. I think it might be time to trim it up. Take it down a little bit. Shave it off, maybe. What do you think? Should I shave? Should I do a face reveal you know what? I'm going to make that a promise at, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I am going to shave my face. 1K subs, I'm going to shave my face. Completely shaven. You guys will see. I'll go from being an old man to a giant man baby. That is what I'll look like. Just a giant man baby. I need to figure something else out. I'm thinking about getting one of those like clip-on mic things. Just so my microphone isn't just always in the camera. Cuz it's kind of, I don't know. It's a. I feel like my stream is like so DIY. It's not even funny. Like my stream is held together by duct tape and bubble gum, and that's it. A Britney Spears mic. Oh, you mean one that goes through the good old fashioned headphones? I have one like that. I wonder if it'll work. Okay. It is, in fact, my work headset. So let's see. Okay. Um, how does that sound? Can you guys hear me? Is the question. Looks like you can. Okay, okay. Um, it's weird for me because I can't hear myself. So let me see if I can figure that out. Okay. Uh, uh, it's weird. I can't hear myself at all. Well, I guess really, if you guys can hear me, that's all I care about. No, hold on. Yeah, I know I'm talking. I just can't hear myself back in the headset. And it's weirding me out, and I don't like it. So I'm just going to try to mess with things until I can hear it. No. I, uh, I don't hear anything there. Oh, I love hearing the playback in my headset. So I have some hearing loss in my right ear. So it actually really helps me to hear it. No, that ain't it. Uh, sort of. Sort of. There's a little more to it than that. But but yeah, I got some light hearing loss. Pretty much. Not that I was ever in the war, but uh okay. Audio output capture. Go. Okay. How's that? Can I hear that? Why can't I not hear it? Hey, okay, hold on. I think we're getting there. Let me try this. Okay. Well, we're not going to mess with that right now. But if you guys can hear me, then I'm happy with that. I feel like my camera got zoomed in though, like really hard. Or maybe I'm just closer to everything than I was before. I don't know. Does it look different? Did I do something different? Does it look different than before? Yeah, hold on a minute. How's that? Are we full screen now? Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Is that better? Worse? Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Neato and a speedo. Um, yeah, I wear one of these all day, every day for work. It's a great time, and oh, move the microphone. Yeah, I guess I don't need it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to my other camera. And there we are. So now you see this, my special pillow for my thighs. And yeah, so the oil has soaked in. I'm going to turn the light back on so that you can see things. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just take off the excess. I don't have a butt pillow. No butt pillow for me. And that's leaving a lot of gunk. I don't like that. Can you guys hear me breathing? Just nonstop breathing all the time. Oh, good. We like that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, with these uh the headset that I have here, it's a Jabra, so they're pretty sweet. No, that ain't it. I'm just looking to see if there's any way I can get playback in my headset because it's just weirding me out so much. Okay. No. Okay. Well, well, I think it will only do that if I start it up with this thing plugged in. Um, but yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be singing on stream and stuff, I'm gonna use my trusty dusty microphone. But otherwise, I'm just gonna. I might just start streaming with this thing. Um, but okay, where were we? So yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and start putting strings on. So I'm gonna, before I do that, do a little bit of cleanup work here because I got a lot happening on this tiny desk. Got to put away my toys first. Like we did back in school. Clean up. Gotta clean up. Barney teached me well. Okay. So the strings that I'm using are Darko strings, and they are actually a subsidiary of Martin. There you go. But yeah, so they're a subsidiary brand of Martin, and they're just great. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're cheap. They're literally like 2018 prices for strings. They're $5 a pack, and I love that. So I use 10 to 52s on pretty much everything. My acoustic's a little bit heavier than that, but not by much. My acoustic's 11 gauge string, so I tend to. I have a really bad habit when I string up guitars. I will typically take the body of it and kind of hang out with it. It just makes it so much easier. I don't like playing the flip it over. Yeah, 11s are super light for acoustics, but with my acoustics, they kind of make sense because mine aren't full acoustics. But yeah, I have wrist problems, so I tend to, anyway, getting back to this, I tend to kind of like love my guitar. I hug it, right? And then, so Austin will tell you all day that I put way too much string on my guitars. For Strats and Tellies, for my E, I go first, second, and I cut it off about halfway between the third and fourth fret. If I'm doing vintage style strings, vintage style tuners, which are the ones that have kind of the split top. And that'll usually get me 2 good full wraps around the post, which is all you need. And then for my, yes, let's go ahead and snicker. For my G string, I do a lot more string than most people do. I'm going to turn the light off because it's super bright. So I go to the G string post. I hold the string at the top of the headstock here, and I pull it all the way down to the first post, and I leave. I don't know if you can see it. I only leave about that much. Nope, you can't even see it. There we go. About that much string. Maybe 2.5, 3 inches. 2.5. close to 2, somewhere in there. So I do a lot of winds on the G. Because the G string, and this is on Fenders, this is on Gibsons, this is everywhere. The G string is the most difficult string to keep in tune. And the more wraps you have, the more downward pressure over the nut you get. And that will keep you doing what you need, which is playing guitar and not tuning constantly. So, yep. So we're just basically going to rinse and repeat a few things here for a minute while I put the strings on, and then we're going to get into setup territory. Now, my guitar has been set up pretty well for a while, but like I said, I wasn't really liking the way it played at the open mic. It felt weird. And I don't know a better way to describe that. It just didn't feel quite right. Your B string always goes out of tune. Next time you change your strings, give yourself a little bit more string. You might not have enough wraps around it. And when I say a little bit more, I mean a little bit. You don't need a lot. I mean, these posts aren't that big, right? So if you give yourself an extra pinky width of string, that'll probably help you. You should shoot for 2 to 3 wraps around the post. If you have locking tuners, you can fudge that, but I still like to shoot for that amount because it just does certain things a little better that way. Now, this is something that I learned a while ago is I take, where's my camera? There it is. I take the metal side. Why is it? Oh, we're over here now. I take the inside of this metal piece and it fits perfectly right down in these split top tuners. I just compress the top of the string down in there a little bit, and that just helps to seat it a little better and helps with tuning stability that way. Now, Zoe, for yours goes through the little hole and comes out the other side. And I don't have any guitars that have tuners like that right now, but I will in a day or two, whenever that Acoustasonic comes in. So when that comes in, I'll show you some tricks. Now, when we do the B string, I take this from this tuner, the B string tuner, right here. I hold the string right there on the tuner and just let the string slide through my fingers down to the low E. And that gives you about that much string left over. Cut it off and go to town. And that'll always give you enough string to get in there. But yeah, I'll show you what it's like on the other style tuners, because I've been doing some research on the Jazzmaster or on the Acoustasonics, the standard Acoustasonics, and pretty universally everybody hates the tuners on them. So I will probably be changing those out for something different or better, upgraded, whatever you want to call them. They're fine as they are, but a better tuner will always help you. So now we're back to loving on our guitar. We give it a little hug. At least I do. Most people like to keep them on the bench. I like to make sure they know they're loved. And you can talk to your guitar. Um, you haven't done guitar maintenance if you don't cuss at your guitar at least once. So, you know. Now, when I get to the D string, I actually give it 4 full tuners above it, and that's where I clip it. Because it takes a little bit more downward pressure to keep it in tune than the E or the A. They say that they are just regular Fender tuners, but they are not. They're the same things that are on the standard series. They look like them, but they are not the same. They're a cheaper version, and they're just stamped to kind of look like it. They're like the I don't know, Geiger tuners, but they say Fender on them. They're nothing special. They're not actually Fender tuners. They just say it on there. So, okay. And then the last one, I just take it, give it all the way there, down, clip, good to go. And we're back on. Now, keep in mind, yo, hey, how you doing? We're doing a little guitar maintenance over here. Just putting strings on at the moment. Gotta get this bad boy playing better. I think if these don't feel right again, I might go to 11s on the Strat. Just with it being down tuned a little bit, it might help it. My Christmas was good. I got pretty much what I wanted. And what more could you really ask for? Right? So, all right. So now that I have that stuff cleaned up, we're going to go back onto the bench. Whoop, boop, doop. Now, at the moment, I don't know if you can hear it, but nothing's really tuned up. So, I'm going to plug the guitar in. And yeah. So just I can't hear the audio at this point, so oh wait, maybe I can. But you're going to have to tell me if you can hear the guitar or not, cuz I don't know. Oh yeah, you guys can hear it. There we go. Now, I'm not going to leave that on the whole time. I'm a jerk, but I'm not terrible. So, now it's time to just start getting things in tune. Trusty dusty string winder here. Went the wrong direction the first go around. And this one's going for D, A, E, A, C sharp, E. So once you get things pretty close, and just tune the rest by hand. Now I know my neck is straight straight for how it needs to be. I'll say that. But I'm just gonna maybe I'll be able to let you guys see this. Let's see. I'll slide us down a little bit here. Oh no, we're falling. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go. So what I do is I put a capo on the first fret, and I like to use gauges. I know my favorite one because it's gold. With Fender specifically, you adjust your neck off of the eighth fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is this one right here. Now you never want to adjust your stuff based on it laying down. You always want the playing position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. And this guide should just slide right under there. Okay. Okay, so that's a little high. Okay. So is that. So I have two choices here. I can tighten my neck, or I can go ahead and leave it. And I'm gonna leave it just a little bit because I want it to be a little bit higher in the relief section because of the tuning that it's in. Otherwise, you get a bunch of things being very grouchy and buzzing all over the place, and no one likes an ultra buzzy guitar. But I'm going to pull out my trusty dusty action gauge here. I like the Dunlop one. There's a million and one of them out there. But I trust it. So for your action, you set it off of the 17th fret. So you go to the 12th fret, which is here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, I happen to know this because I've done it a million times, but Fender spec is 5/64ths on the low E, and it's 4/64ths on the high E if you have a 7.25 inch or a 9.5 inch radius like this. Technically 4/64ths across, but with this tuning, it needs to be 5/64ths on the low E to compensate for the lower tuning. So it's set up. I don't need to do any of the setup work because it's fine. But now we can, I'm going to retune it just one time. Okay. And with that, we're gonna do a little switch back here. I'm gonna take this headset off. Ooh. Oh boy. That was crazy. My jack is super, super loose. Hold on. So, you can't really see it from where we are, but you can hear it. So, I'm going to switch back to the mic setup here. So, let me go ahead and get that going here real quick. You guys can probably hear again, right? Okay, so you hear that? That's not good. So when that happens to me, I just pull out some sockets. And I never remember the size, but I'm usually correct. Yep, I need the next one up. And this, I'm just going to give it just a light tighten, because I don't, I better do it. Okay, so when you tighten this jack plate up, you're better off pulling the actual plate off. Here we go. Pulling the actual plate off. Because if you try to tighten these, you can end up spinning the wires out of your jack, which you don't want. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have that open, I'm going to go ahead and just tighten it down. But I'm going to hold the jack so that it doesn't move at the same time. So I don't know if you can see the wires there. But what you don't want is for that thing to start spinning, and then it'll cut the wire or rip the wire out of the socket, and then you don't have sound anymore. So I'm by no means an expert, but I like to think that I do pretty good work. Good enough work that Austin trusts it. Right, Austin? If you're still in here. I don't know. But with that, we're going to gear up to play a little something on this guitar. Yep, see, Austin trusts me with his guitars. He has some really nice stuff. Like, I would say that your collection is understated. It's a good collection. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the other camera. Maybe. If it lets me. There we go. And now we have sound and strings. So we're looking pretty good. I'm trying to get my tone set right. So what you guys can probably count on, if that Acoustasonic Jazzmaster ever shows up, is a fairly solid gear video pretty soon. I'm going to go through everything, just kind of break it down, let you know what I have, what I'm using, what I like, and go from there. Yeah, sounds pretty good. I like my Strat. Yay. So, we went through, we did the maintenance, we chatted for a little bit. We're looking pretty good. Good on time. I'm happy with that. That's a good, is this a good video? So, this good content. We like this content. Am I entertaining yet? No, you did not miss Mr. Rogers. I, in fact, did not do that, so thank you for reminding me. I'm glad you like my boring ass. All right. Okay. So. Yawning. There are 197 pages in the Book of Rogers. Mr. Soup, would you do me the honor of picking a number between 1 and 197? When you feel like it. I'm not sure how far behind the chat is with OBS, so have to bear with me. I just threw up in my mouth with that 6-7 shit. Okay. Yeah, he must have fallen asleep. He's an old boy like me. we'll give him 2 more seconds. And then, okay. Well, looks like he lost out. Competition. Competition. It's a word that makes many of us very edgy, and it's a situation that we have probably been living with since we were very small. For some people, competition is a thrill, a stimulation, a challenge. For others, it's a source of sadness and anger and apprehension. For still others, it's a mixture of all those things. It's not possible to go through life without competing. As one woman told me, competition is a part of our everyday life, whether we're competing for a job, or on the soccer field, or for love. But there are many kinds of competition, to be sure. But I think that love does have something to do with them all. In fact, I believe that if we ever wanted someone's love, then we've known what competition really means. Fred hitting you with another one. I'm just saying. Fred's just making it happen. Oh, man. Why? Ugh. You know, here's the crazy thing. Is like I yawn and I go, why? Right? Like I do that. Just this isn't me being just like weird for the camera. Like I just do that. So you're welcome that you guys get to see me just being how I am. Here it comes again. What is happening? Why is it that every night at this time, it just starts the yawn fest? I'm not tired. I promise you, I'm not even a little bit tired. And yet, we keep yawning. So, let's see here. I did want to show you guys something. I made a slight customization to the Black Jazzmaster. Austin authorized it, so but yeah, we got a little ghosty. We got a little ghosty on the guitar now. Oh, little ghosty ghost. I don't want to know. Probably because we're near death or something. Oh, the wheezing. So this one is in a new tuning, so it's in F, A, C, G, C, E, I believe. understand why I'm braking slower? Well, I think it's because I'm thirsty and I haven't had water in a minute. So I'm going to go drink water because I need to remember to do that more often. Oh, that's going to fall. That fell. Okay. Going off camera for some water. But not completely. I used to be like you, hating water and stuff. And then one day I started drinking water and I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing because I drank water. What is happening? See, when you're young, you're just naturally hydrated. You know, you just hydrate. You're just hydrated all the time. Your body's good at processing things. As you get older, you can't do that no more. So it's like, bruh, drink some water. I don't know, one day I was like, bro, I need to drink some water or else I'm going to die. And then I started drinking it. And it felt real good. Sorry, just putting tools away. The pros and cons of working from home. I share a desk with my job, right? So I have to be able to switch from thing to thing and do that fairly seamlessly. Now, I did find out how to use a phone as a camera, as a webcam. And I'm going to tell you something. That bad boy looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So we may start doing that because that was a thing that I did and I really liked it. Actually, my phone's back at 100%. So let's see if that's cool. It's the most janky setup you'll ever see, but you know what? If it looks good, it looks good. Let's see if it will allow me to do what I need it to do. Nope, not tonight. There we go. Well, yep, I'm using this phone. You're going to love this, guys. So, I have this phone stand that has these little tiny feet. And I have this phone sitting on said phone stand like this, hanging over a computer monitor to keep it together. And so we'll see how that goes. But I might try to do that more often just to yeah, dude, you gotta You gotta MacGyver this stuff sometimes, you know? So, hey, I'm just gonna do what I can do. That's all I can do. Look at the big brain on Brad. Let's see. Can I get in there? Can I do this? Hmm. It doesn't seem to want to cooperate at this time. However, I think I'm gonna start doing a shorter format. I think 2 hours at the end of my day is a little much. I love doing it, but I think till 12:30 is a little bit late for me on the regular. Once when I'm done with work, trying to stay on is very difficult sometimes. So I think I'm gonna start just cutting it at 12:30. Just do an hour and a half, or start cutting it at 12. Yeah, I got that, and just start doing just the hour and a half and calling it a day. But I am gonna start uploading videos. So this Friday, I'm shooting for the whole year video with all my gear. And so I think for every Friday, I'm gonna shoot to have a full video out. Maybe not like an hour long or anything, but like like a 10-15 minute video about something, whether it's just literally what I'm feeling that day, or if I want to do something creative or whatever. And then we'll kind of start using this platform for actually playing music. And things like tonight, right? Too, like guitar maintenance. Sometimes you got to do it, So stuff like that. Hey, Lidl, what's going on? Yes, this is me in the real life doing things. I appreciate you joining up. Lidl came to hear me play guitar. I'm gonna do that for you. I don't do requests yet, Lidl, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a pirate ship over here, my friend. So we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. Don't know what's good or not. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it either way. So, I guess I'll play the Strat. I worked on it all night. I might as well play it, right? So, Lidl with you joining here now. I did some guitar maintenance on the Strat, oiled the fretboard, polished up the frets, just put new strings on, just took care of her a little bit, And now this guitar is in a strange tuning. I don't know if you get into that or not, but it's D-A-E, a C-sharp E from low to high. And that's what we got. So, sounds Like that. Yeah. So something like that. Sometimes I play a little heavier. So like so yeah. I was just telling everybody else that's in here now. I'm gonna start trying to put out like just an actual video every Friday. This Friday is gonna be all my gear, so just anything that I have. I'm just gonna kind of break it down. It hit me today that I own two technically guitars that I didn't build. So I have an acoustic sorta that I didn't build, and I have a bass that I didn't build. But like this Strat I put together. You'll see the Jazz Masters eventually, and then you'll see my Telly, and all of them are built by me. So. But yeah, and then yeah, I'll whip out the Jazz Master for you now, just so that you can hear my stupid. Did you really do a shovel guitar? You did a shovel guitar. Did you do like more than one string, or? Bro, that's sick. I'm gonna need to know more about that. And also, 3 strings, nice. Also, I don't know if it's on here anywhere. But we need you in the Discord, Ladle. Alright. So this is like my... yeah, the Home Depot theme, right? So this is like my like super grungy guitar. Yeah, that's loud. Wow, that's real loud. Okay. I'm gonna have to do something about that, because otherwise I'm gonna blow everybody out. There we go. So Yeah, that's called broken sounds. But yeah, I love my Jazz Masters, man. Um, yeah, yeah, we're just doing stuff. But no, really, little. What I do here is just BS, and that's about it. Like, just make noise on guitars. But we're getting there. We're getting to more sophisticated things. I learned how to use two cameras tonight on stream. What's up? We got two cameras running now, so that's a fun thing. I got so used to playing in the other tuning that I just played nonsense there. So I've noticed a couple of things with OBS versus doing things with just straight through YouTube tonight. And one of those, oh, what's that? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. Oops. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. Um, what was I gonna say? Words is hard. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to do things in OBS and navigate what it is. I was told earlier by my bassist, he's on here, you'll see him, his name is Incandescent Soup. But he said that I'm really quiet through OBS versus on YouTube. So I need to figure out how to boost that and do other things. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in OBS that I just don't understand yet. So we'll get there though. This is what, week 3 of me streaming now, week 4, something like that. I don't know. But we're getting there. Maybe I'll download some plugins or something. Figure out how to do stuff. Fun fact, I have not downloaded a plugin ever. So I have no idea what I'm doing with it. Yeah. That was terrible. I'm going to change over to my other setting. So. What is it? What am I doing? I forgot how to play guitar. something like that. But Lidl, you actually are catching me right at the end of the night. So I am gonna hop off. I actually hopped on a little early tonight, just with doing OBS and stuff. But I guess just for you guys, I can do something before I go. Because I love you guys. And I appreciate you coming. And so, yeah. We're going to turn this Jazzmaster into an acoustic, baby. Normally I go live at 10:30. 10:30 Eastern. Can't deal with that. Hold on. Had to turn the microphone down a little bit. I am thinking that it's time to put aside the things that we both try to hide. Somewhere in our minds, we are breaking down from tears we haven't cried. If everything is perfect and you don't care at all, just enough to protect what we're screaming in the hall. This is what I protect, it's why I built these walls. Just enough to reflect whether we will rise or fall. We will rise or fall. One day out there on the road, we lost the things that guide us, that try to take us home. It's been several weeks, it shows, since we thought about forgiveness and the peace that we had known. If everything is perfect, you don't care at all, just enough to project what we're screaming in the hall. This is what I protect, it's why I built these walls. There's just enough to reflect whether we will rise or fall. We will rise or fall. Not as cool as Cool Killer though. If everything is perfect, you don't care at all, just enough to reflect where the wall. This is what I protect, it's why I built this wall. Just enough to reflect whether we will rise or fall. We will rise or fall. Yeah. So, yeah, that's called, I Thought You Said. Pretty soon, You guys are going to start hearing some stuff from Austin and my band. It's called Cold Start. And that's going to be very different from what you're used to. Kind of. I can't play that, but yeah, way more punky kind of stuff. Um, there's a lot of punky stuff that we're doing. So, um, so and that one's like when I'm constantly in motion, slow down, and stand upon the notion that won't leave this town. And even if it make it, I pretend it won't care. I'm dying to see the ghost of this side of West LA. But it's a lot louder and more screamed. I'm just trying to be not outrageous in the middle of the night. But yeah, it'll get fun. You'll hear some things. Oops, I knocked my cup over. Ugh. Oh, that's right. I have a guitar stand on this side. Back to the Strat. And I think I'm just going to play you guys out on this. No vocals, just guitar. It's not chill. It's kind of hype, actually, in my opinion. How does it go? That's it. That song's called Arnold Palmer. And when it's done, it'll be really cool. But I'm gonna leave you guys with that tonight. Lidl, you gave me the energy to make it to the end of the stream tonight, my guy. So I appreciate it. Definitely helped me out a lot tonight. It was Dragon Ball Z. What is it? Oh no. Ooh. Ooh, we're liking this. No, don't like that. Ooh, that's going to be a dirty breakdown. That's going to be such a dirty breakdown. I'm sorry in advance for how loud this is. Oh boy, we stumbled onto something tonight. Ooh. I have 5 people in here. All of you, reveal yourselves. You're still watching me do weird things. Well, somebody left. I called him out. I just love that. Ooh, that pinch harmonic though. Yeah, I don't know what this song is, but it's happening, bro. So where does it go from there? Yo, is it Balaki? Balake. This is this is how this is how we write songs, people. We stumble across things and they sound cool, and then we keep going. Yeah, yeah, I like that. So yeah, then it's no. Oh, bye, y'all. Okay, I think that's enough for one night. But I appreciate you all hanging out. And I will catch you later and probably on Pat's stream for a little bit because New Vegas is addictive. Bye, y'all.